Well, if we're inside a greenhouse, you can probably guess that it's raining outside, which is great news for us. But Kim, is there any good news happening in the crop markets at all?
There's really good news, especially with wheat prices. We got a rally in wheat prices this last week. They got up, they broke that 550 level, got up around 560. They're on a run. Now, if you look at wheat prices, remember the average is 580, so we're getting up close to that, and we thought we should be in this vicinity. Corn prices, we got a little rally on corn. They're still on that sideways pattern, but this is for harvest prices. They're knocking on that upper level and maybe break through that. We got a little run in beans, but beans is still, I think they just broke that down pattern. They'll probably start a side pattern. But yeah, this is a relatively good week for prices. Cotton prices, they're still going down a little bit.
So for the past couple of weeks on SUNUP, you've been talking about when is the best time to sell wheat.
Well, as this chart shows, it's obviously you want to sell wheat in the June through August time period.
So last week you said a farmer has to be pretty careful when it comes to determining when to sell wheat. So can you expand on that thought a little bit?
Well, if you look at prices from, say, 2009 through 2023, the average price is $5.83. If you look at the range of prices, though, in June through the August time period, on average is $1.83, or plus or minus 90 cents from that average. If you look at the bottom price during that time period, $2.58, that was in August of 2016. If you look at the high price, $11.15, that was in June the 22nd or June of 2022. On prices, the lowest June through August range was 78 cents and the largest was $3.42. So there's a lot of variability in that price.
So what if the harvest price is above average?
Well, if the harvest prices are above average, let's start again with that average price of $5.83. The average price, if you look at all the years that were above $5.83, it was $7.37 for the average. Your price range was $2 and a penny up from your $1.83. But the lowest was in 2013 at 78 cents, and the highest was $3.42 in 2022. So again, a lot of variability there, but a higher average price.
What about below average prices?
Well, if you look at below average prices, you did get a little decline in the range there, or the variability. $5.83, your average price over that 15-year period. Your average price drops from $5.83 to $5.44. The average range drops to $1.68, but $1.68, that's really still plus or minus 65, 70 cents there, or really 75 or 80 cents there for plus or minus. The lowest was 80-cent change, not much change from the full time period, and the top was $3.12. Of course, that was in 2010 when prices ended up over $9.
If the wheat price is historically low, so how does that factor in at all?
That's going to take a little while to explain and look through these prices over the 9 through 23 period. So let's do that next week.
All right, we'll look forward to seeing it. Dr. Kim Anderson, Grain Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.